And Hirschbach called Prime Inc. and tried to get me fired. Hirschbach has promoted a narrative. They're calling me a domestic terrorist or shooting out terroristic threats. But I'm just going to tell you my story, my experience. Now that the FBI has called me and talked to me, now I'm going to make a video about it.
This week's YouTube streets has been crazy. So shout out to Swamp Girl for sending me a link to a video that I got a chance to check out. I thought a lot of stuff was going on, but man, I didn't know it was this serious, man. So according to a video from Bonehead Truckers, a former Hirschbach driver is speaking out. He says that the company, his former company, called the FBI on him over alleged terroristic threats. And on top of that, the same company contacted the new company that he's driving for and tried to get him fired. Let's talk about it.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Now, drivers, here's what's funny to me. Because I watched this driver before. Shout out to him. I had him on the program a few times. Me and him collaborated a lot during this tenure with Hirschbach. Not too long ago, this same driver was singing the Hirschbach praises. And I still have his moniker in my mind. We're Hirschbaching, baby. He talked about the company at one point, how the company was treating him good. He left the company for a little bit and then came back to the company. I don't know what happened. He was referring drivers to go to work over there, come over, it's good over here, and all of that. And now we're here at the FBI being called on him for terroristic threats. Now, I did make a video, a reaction video, a commentary video on the same driver when said company called the police on him because of a Facebook post. But man, this is a hell of a turn. And I'm not tripping on him. Good guy. He's a good guy. I enjoy my conversations with him. But what I'm saying, this is some real shit that's going on. And honestly, it should tell you something.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Wait.
This right here, drivers, is the reason why I don't go around promoting, referring, or publicly talking up any company that I am currently working for. I just don't do it. Not because of any situations. I'm not upset or anything like that. Not because I had bad experience with any places that I work previous and that I work for now. I don't believe in the moniker of we treat you like family thing that these companies quote unquote sell you on. We're not family. Let me tell you. I'm an employee. You're an employer. That's the relationship. I show up, I do my job, you cut my check. That's it.
That's it. Cut the check. We're done.
That's the whole agreement in a nutshell. Start to finish.
Cut and dried. That is it.
Nothing more, nothing less. I don't need a cookout invite. I don't need a company hoodie. I don't need to be special or feel special. All I need is my money to be right at the end of the week. That is it. Cut and dry. You pay me correctly, I do my job correctly.
Pay me.
Nobody has a problem. It's clean. It's simple. See, here's another thing a lot of drivers don't think about. You're not getting paid to go out there to sell the company to any other driver. The referral bonus, yeah, that's fine and all for whoever wants it, but that's not direct pay. That's not compensation for marketing work. You're essentially doing recruiting for a corporation for free, driver. You're feeling good about the company right now. But let me tell you, and I'm here to be honest. I'm being totally honest. Feelings change. Situations change. Higher ups change. Companies change. Meanwhile, you driver, you already put your name on a company. You got videos, you got Facebook posts, you got people ready to drive for them. Now what? Now listen, for me, and this is only for me, okay? I'm not talking about anybody else. This is just for me. If you want me to promote your company and actually go out of my way to tell drivers to come and work for you, you're going to need to pay me directly for that.
Pay me.
I'm sorry, ma'am, sir. You're going to have to pay me directly for that. Not a referral bonus, not a gift card, not a company hat.
Pay me.
Because listen. I'm already promoting your company. Your name is on the truck. Your name is on the trailer. Every mile that I am running, I am a moving billboard for your operation. And that's free advertising that you're already getting. Now, if you want me to go above that, then that's a different conversation. That's a paid conversation.
Pay me.
Now, drivers, listen. Come here for a minute. Come here. I done that before. I did this once before with J&R Schugel. Now, don't get me wrong. I made money with J&R Schugel. I made a lot of money with J&R Schugel. I promoted that company from top to bottom on my social medias to other drivers. I promoted them while I was driving for them. I talked good about them, but everything came to an end, and I learned my lesson real fast from that. I'm not going to sit here and drag out that whole story because you guys know that story. But I will say, I learned, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
That's all I have to say about that.
See, let me explain something right quick, because what this driver is going through with Hirschbach should honestly be a case study, because it's not just him. Look, just go on any trucking page on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, and you'll find other drivers promoting companies for absolutely free. They promote it with everything they got, every fiber of their body. Right now, today, no contract, no payment, just goodwill and good vibes. And of course, they are getting a referral bonus, of course. That's cool, though. That's cool for them. That's their choice. But what happened when things go sideways? What happens when the relationship between you and that company goes south? What happened when you and that buddy dispatcher, your relationship sours? It always happens. Something will happen. I talked to a whole bunch of recruiters back in the day where they said that the company was the best company to work for, and a couple of months later, for whatever reason, they're gone. All the recruiters that I have talked to that spoken highly about the companies that they was driving for or that they was recruiting for is no longer with that company.
And like that, he's gone.
Or you don't even hear those recruiters or drivers even talking about the company, even if they still are working for that company. What happened? Where's the love?
What happened? Your balls drop off?
What happened? I can count on my hand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30. All the recruiters that I talked to that's had something good to say about the company, including the drivers, are no longer with the company. And some of them have reached out to me to tell me, hey man, I was with such and such company, but I'm here to tell you, and I'm going to be honest, they just told me to say all of that just to tell you what you want to hear, just to get you in that seat. I know that. Some of them even told me that, hey man, they paid me extra. I got a commission for every driver that I put in that seat. And this is coming from both the recruiters and the drivers that was promoting the company. Now, as for me, I was straight up with all the people that I was talking about. When I was talking about J&R Schugel, I told them straight up that I was getting paid. And I got paid handsomely. And when they saw all the people that I was bringing in, all the drivers that was coming in based off of my content, they pulled me into the office. They gave me a shirt. They gave me a hat. They took me outside and took promotional pictures. I was the one that started they social media profile. They took me off of referrals and started paying me directly.
Hold on.
And I am here at the Columbus terminal at J&R Schugel Trucking. See my man's right there in the background? Yeah, that's my man's right there. That's Jonathan. That's the orientation guy here at the Columbus terminal. So that's who you guys will be linking up with when y'all get over here, when y'all come in and do the damn thing here at J&R Schugel.
But listen, I'm going to be totally honest. Before I left them, they did come to me on the side and say, hey, since now that we're about to pay you directly, we need you to read a script now. Oh, okay. So I pretty much can't put my spin on it no more? Nope. I have to read directly from a script that they made. In other words, I couldn't be honest with the drivers anymore. Now that's something that touched me, because right around that time, my situation with the company was going south. And not to say that the money wasn't good, because the money was good, but the relationships that I had with some people, in particularly the higher ups, I wasn't feeling them. And so I decided to step away and resign. And I left J&R Schugel. Was it a hard leave? No, because I got with an Ohio company that treated me so well, to the point that I ain't going to say things went sour with them. It was a mutual agreement on what happened to me with them. But if I ever want to go back to them, I can. Back to the subject at hand. What happens when a company you've been putting your name on for years, now they decide to have a problem with you? Now your name is attached to something that you can't take back. This driver right here that's in this situation with Hirschbach right now, they went from being what looked like one of their biggest supporters to a company that allegedly called the FBI on him. Now, whether the full story on his side is right or whether Hirschbach's side is right, I'm not here to say anything about that. But what I am saying is the situation itself is a lesson to be learned. Now listen, for every driver that is watching that video, because I will link his video in the description below, and every driver that's watching this right now, you guys should take something from this, because when it all falls apart, it can and will fall apart fast. I'm just saying, it could get ugly real fast. And if you spent months, years building up a company's name publicly, listen, you don't get none of that back. Just to touch back on J&R Schugel, people still calling me, still leaving me DMs, still leaving me emails because they're coming across my J&R Schugel content. Hey, Lockout, you still drive for J&R Schugel? How are they? Bro, I haven't drove for J&R Schugel in over 8 years. So I honestly don't know how it is over there. Now, I can tell you for what I've seen, I see they made some big changes. Maybe you can call the recruiters over there and find out more. But as far as a personal asset or personal experience, I can only give you experience that was 8 years ago. I can guarantee you everything that I have experienced with the company has definitely changed until now. When I came into J&R Schugel, they was a small company out of Minnesota. They had like 4 terminals and they only ran the Midwest. That's it. I only went from 6 states, Ohio to Minnesota, from Minnesota back to Ohio, and I went home on the weekend. Now, I believe they acquired like maybe 3-4 companies in the midst of that. I know when I left, they acquired Super Service, and they made they converted I think it's Gurney Terminal in Georgia. I think that's like their secondary headquarters out of there. But like I said, I can't tell you. I don't know. I can only send you to their website, which is jnr.com. Go and check them out. Hopefully you'll find what you like over there. Because like I said, I can't take back all of the good stuff that I did say about the company during my tenure there, because they are still getting drivers that's calling them up based on my content that I put out years ago. But the relationship between a driver and a carrier, a trucking company, and this is what I have learned throughout the years, you got to treat it as a business relationship. Treat it like one. You clock in, you do your job, you get your money, and you clock out. That's the whole thing of it. Because drivers, listen to what I'm telling you right now. If you want family, go home. That is where your family is.